Hello and welcome in. This is Divination Rainbow. Thank you so much for joining in for today's reading, and thanks to all my friends who are returning. Today we have a very important message. It feels like an urgent energy, and we're going to be taking a look into what you need to see at this time. This is a collective reading, and this is a confirmation that you have been seeking or asking for. So there's going to be some messages, signs, and synchronicities here that you need to know or see. And it's going to give you more information about the energy that's surrounding whatever situation is most present on your mind at this time. So I am feeling quite a bit of like, I need to get started. So let's just dive right in. I wasn't going to start with this deck, but I don't believe in mistakes, so I'm going to start shuffling. I really want to get more of a sense of what it is that you need to see at this time for your highest good. And then we can get some guidance from spirit and some guidance from your guides to go a little bit deeper in. Let's see what else comes through. What do we need to see at this time? Oh, okay. That's great. Wow. Okay. I'm already getting a lot of messages here. Speak. Heard from the bottom of the deck as well. Okay. Interesting. All right. So I definitely see that there is something going on in the energy right now of a little bit of a community where there's been a kind of an upheaval, an imbalance in the energy that would normally flow. And it's causing, I'm seeing like a dam in a river. It's causing like a blockage. It's causing maybe some conflict, and it's causing you to have to kind of maybe let go of some of what you normally would enjoy, or it's giving like a little bit of a disruption to your peace, to be honest with you. And it's a kind of situation that I'm also seeing here where there could very well be like an established normal kind of thing that isn't happening the way that it should. And it's kind of causing people to maybe even spend less time together or go their separate ways. Or maybe that's what you're contemplating at this time, is whether or not you should kind of go out on your own. I'm also seeing the number 14 for someone. The number 14 I'm seeing. So that could be significant. Uh, so maybe the 14th of this month, or maybe 14 days from now, that could be a little bit of something like that. But I'm also seeing this has been a little bit of repetitive energy here, where there is a little bit more of having to face how you're going to confront the situation. And if the energy isn't flowing right and there's a block, or it's causing stagnation somehow in your relationship, it's kind of asking you how you are going to approach this with these individuals, okay? And I also would say that it's giving you a chance to kind of see what is actually going on here. Take a step back if you can from a higher perspective and ask yourself what is truly happening, because assumption is not always a healthy place to act from. So I'm also getting a message here for someone that it is definitely a good idea at this time to take a little bit of a bird's eye view or a higher perspective, with Valor and Miasma both appearing in the cards here. And I'm thinking that this could potentially be an opportunity for there to be a little bit more momentum happening, a little bit more happiness coming back in, because that's absolutely the first thing I saw with the dancers coming out. But it's also letting you know that in order to do that, it's something where you have to return to yourself, be able to find space and time for gratitude, and be able to continue to move forward. So being able to figure out whatever it is, whatever truth needs to be spoken, whatever we need to have as far as an epiphany or an idea of how to change the situation to remove that block in the energy that we were talking about earlier, that's definitely just reinforcing that message there. And needing to see things with a little bit more clarity. With the sacrifice card appearing here above the harmony card, I really see that being a message here for a possibility of how to really restore your peace or the harmony, even to maybe that energy of how the connection normally would flow between you. And I just heard in my mind between you all. So this could definitely be a friend group or a study group or a collaborative work group, or even a family dynamic, to be honest with you. There's so many different aspects to this, but I'm not seeing at this time something where this would be like an individual introspecting or something where it's giving you a call to self. Hmm. I'm not getting that energy. I'm definitely getting an energy where this is something that definitely has to do with the way that you interact with others around you. Especially with the harmony card, the imagery of the bee, I'm thinking of like a beehive, right? And that's relationships, that's structures, that's patterns, that's repetitive things. So this is a cycle that you are in, and this is something that you're familiar with. So you'll definitely know whether or not this is for you. And what we need to see about removing the energy block is what we're going to be looking into next when we pull through this guidance from spirit and from your guides. Interesting. Those there for now. Little bun bun. All right. Okay. We're going to go a little bit deeper now and pull through some guidance. And let's just see, what we need to know about this energy that is surrounding you. Some guidance on how to move forward towards your highest good. Being more stable, being more practical, being able to have the ability to just kind of sit back. It's not a fast moving energy, just kind of observing, taking that higher perspective, like we talked about. And how do you approach the situation in order to restore balance? Interesting. So we're getting here now the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So needing to be in a situation where you are open to kind of letting go of an expectation. Oh, wow. And now we have the Queen of Pentacles here. Yeah. Through grounding, through finding that stability, letting go of what the perfect situation maybe that was in mind. Let's get just a few more. The Tower in reverse. Oh, wow, interesting. This is a very slow moving energy. Yeah, let's get one or two more. This is really interesting. I'm getting like definitely like a group. I keep seeing multiple people in my mind. Yeah, and there's the mental aspect of it. Kind of needing to take a break. Okay. Excuse me. I'm going to take a sip of my drink real quick and then we can go ahead and unpack all of this. All right. So, with all of this here, I'm definitely getting a little bit of needing to be grounded. Definitely a situation where there's a need to approach this from a practical perspective, right? And from an observant point of view that is very clearly coming through today. All right. And I'm also getting a little bit of a message with the Ten of Pentacles being in the reverse of maybe needing to let go of some of those patterns or some of those traditions, maybe needing to let go of some of those expectations or how exactly it was perceived that it was going to be, right? How are you going to release basically whatever cycle or pattern that needs to be broken? And how this is going to come about with the Queen of Pentacles is going to be by just being very practical about it. Once again, that slow moving, grounded energy, being able to be very observant. Both of the individuals depicted here are observing. They're kind of looking around. And by doing so, abundance is being restored. You know, they have a creativity and things are growing up around them. But when things grow, that takes time, right? So that is definitely strongly coming through here. But it was showing up in the oracle cards at the beginning of the reading as well. So definitely this is a confirmation for someone. If you've been wondering if you need to like speak out or step out or do something differently or change things up in order to kind of get things back on track, if it's been feeling kind of like there's a certain word like malaise or what's the word? I don't even think that's the word I'm looking for. Melancholy? No, that's not it. Mundane. The word I'm looking for is mundane. If it's been feeling very mundane and it's getting to a point where it's repetitious in a way that's like, ugh, then that is definitely a confirmation for someone. And then with the tower being in reverse, I see that once again as just letting you know that, change is needed here, but it's not going to be something that's happening suddenly. It's not going to be something that is just a sudden transformation. This shift is once again going to take some time, and with the Ace of Swords, it's going to take a new approach. It's going to take a new beginning with new ideas. A new energy needs to be brought in here. Because if you notice, we're starting out with a lot of earth energy, that really slow moving pentacles, someone who is creative, or an energy of just kind of letting things grow, an energy of having time to cultivate thought, right? But then when we get to the tower in reverse, which is the only major arcana that came out here, we're kind of seeing like, yeah, this is going to happen, but it's going to happen slowly, okay? And as that happens slowly, then we start to get more clarity coming in with the Ace of Swords. We slowly start to see that there is going to be a path forward. There is going to be a thought, a brand new idea, a new energy coming in that could maybe open up some communication. This could be something that is going to give an opportunity to bring more light to the situation, lift the confusion. You'll be able to speak your mind, like we were talking about earlier. And you're also going to be in a situation where you can be focused on the outcome that you want to bring in, because you'll have the clarity to be able to do so. And at the end of it all, it's going to feel very good. You're going to be able to just think on what has happened. You're going to be able to reflect and then also take time to just relax. Because having the courage to be able to step up, having the courage to be able to like stand out in that way, you also are going to need to recharge your energy, step back and rest at the end of the day, right? Don't overwork yourself, also, is a message coming through here. Wow. Yeah, that okay. That's what I needed to say. That just came through, but I did feel a pretty much sense of urgency, so I wanted to get that out to you. Please do let me know if this was for you and how this resonates and how this situation continues to unfold for you. I'm your friend on this journey, and I'm so grateful to be able to bring through these messages for you. It really, truly is one of my greatest joys. Um, so, with that being said, until we see each other in the next one, I hope that you will take good care of yourself. Bye for now.